My friends, I'm back. I'm back. I'm doing all right. I apologize. I'm going to adjust my mic. Last week, my cat was unbelievably sick, had to be taken to the emergency vet for overnight care, and then I got unbelievably sick. I couldn't keep any food down, and over the course of 2 days, I lost 10 pounds. Fastest weight loss I've ever had. I've never been so sick in my entire life. Which means we were delayed. We were delayed on, you know, doing our March to Mythic climb in the month of March. So, I didn't realize there was going to be so much shuffling. So we're a little delayed on doing our March climb to Mythic and MTG ONE. This is our draft number 5, and we're doing this today, tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday. And tomorrow morning I'm going live extra early because I'm participating in a fundraiser charity to raise money for Ukraine. If you'd like to join in on that, great. If you don't want to join in on that, consider still donating some money to support the Ukrainian peoples. All right. Lot of really good red here. Norn's Wellspring is the rare. Whenever a creature dies, scry and put an oil counter on it. You can remove oils to draw a card. This card is really slow. And I increasingly am more keen on just simple cards like this. Like a lot of 2-mana aggro, get in your face kind of things. I actually think I am going to pick up the Hexgold Halberd. I think I'm willing to pass this one. I think so. It's like the only notable white card, and there's just like a ton of red. And I know that there's like a thing that people are, oh my god, it's Malcator! I know that there's this thing that people do where they will sometimes look at a pack like this one and they'll go, oh look, there's a lot of blue. If I pick blue, people to my left are going to be receiving blue, and then they'll maybe want to take blue, and then I'm diluting. I'm not that good though. I'm really not that good. So in terms of the cards here that I think are good, I think Tamiyo's Immobilizer's pretty solid. I think Escaped Experiment is great. It's the kind of 2-drop we want. But I genuinely think that Malcator Purity Overseer is excellent. It's such a basic frickin' card. All this is a 1/1 that when it enters a battlefield, you get a 3/3. That's it. So it's 4/4 worth of stats for 3. I love it. And I'm going to get Malcator. Anything else notable here? No, the green and the red are real stinkers. The blue's kind of stinky. Yeah, I think many of you know I really like blue-white in this format. And it looks like the world wants me to have it, huh? Okay. So, what do we wish to do here? Chrome Prowler is pretty solid. Gataxian Raptor is pretty solid. I think Gataxian Raptor is quite excellent because it blocks on turn 3, and then it can swing back in the air for a bunch. So, Infested Flesh Cutter, I just think of as like a 5-cost play. I'm fine with this card. I think it's fine. But I think right now I want to be getting good cards. Mesmerizing Dose is also pretty slick. What do we actually want to grab here? What do we actually want to grab here? I'm going to go ahead and get the... I think the Gataxian Raptor... I was not leaning towards this card very much a week or two ago. But increasingly I've been like, maybe it's a reasonable consideration. So, I see the Mandible Justiciar, which I think is one of the really important cards to have. If you are blue-white aggro, it is an artifact. I really like it. So the way this format kind of has worked for me is that there are generally not great defensive options until quite late. So the best way to be defensive is to be offensive with cheap 2 and 3 mana things. Because if my 2 and 3 mana things are offensive and you don't have a good defender until like later in the game, great, I'll win. So then you have to make a lot of 2 and 3 drop type things plop down. So this is why I'm a big fan of things like as many 2-drops as you can get and some evasion, because it's just ways to kind of help guarantee that you can pop over the top. What do we want to do here? I probably will pick up the Infested Flesh Cutter. I think nothing here is screaming awesomeness to me. I like Lattice Blade Mantis, but I don't love it. Lattice Blade Mantis is, again, a really good example of there's not even really good defensive cards on in the 4-cost spot. Because look, it has 3 toughness. So, trades poorly. Obviously, obviously, this guy is pretty acceptable in terms of defense, but even then, it is more offensive than it is defensive with its stat lines and overall composure. All right. And it looks like all these colors that I've been very excited about are no longer really showing up. I'm going to go ahead and get the Scheming Aspirant, because I don't really know what else to do. Nothing else here is just making me fist pump. It is a 2-drop. Samwise LeBrave says a lot of green coming your way. I don't think I've seen any green cards that have made me go, there's good green coming my way. I'm not going to see, like, you know, an Ichorspit Basilisk and be like, oh, hell yeah. So we have the Orthodoxy Enforcer, which I think is great in these kinds of decks. This is a good defensive 4-drop. I think this card is solid. I think that's about it. Blazing Crescendo might actually be the best card here. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab the Orthodoxy Enforcer, because I'm still on the Power of Malcator build. And I look at Vanish into Eternity, which is the exile target non-land permanent, and you can spend a lot to exile a creature. And I think that I didn't like it for a long time, but now I think I'm starting to feel a little bit more medium on it. What? Okay, so we might actually be red-white. The 2-mana red equipment was taken. But the fact that Resistance Skywarden and Chimney Rabble is here, I mean, I think Chimney Rabble literally is just good. And Escaped Experiment Wheels. Okay, so I think that... So I think I don't really know what's going on. All right, we're gonna wait for the next pack to figure out what's happening. What does this one do again? 5/5 has oil, has trample as long as 2 or fewer. Oh yeah, then you sack it. All right, it's a stinker. There's a Hex Gold Slash. That's a very good card. Part of me actually just wants to pick up the Mandible Justiciar. I think I'm just gonna do that. I think it actually makes sense. Because when I look at this, we have Orthodoxy Enforcer, Malcator, and we kind of have a weird set of 2-mana things. Like, let me do this. Let me pull this away, and this away, and then let me set this over here. We really have 3 2-drops. That's kind of how I'm thinking about it. And Mandible Justiciars get better in multiples. Transplant Theorist I like, but I'm nearly confident that this is going to wheel. So now I think the decision is between Mandible Justiciar and Planar Disruption. And I think that Planar Disruption is just a little bit better. I really would like more of these things, though. Escaped Experiment is also a card that gets better in multiples. If I can get a bunch of these, we can just start swinging really, really aggressively, and there's not that much they can do about it. And what's nice about Gitaxian Raptor is that I can play these 2-mana cards and then have a Gitaxian Raptor to kind of defend, and a Malcator on turn 3 to defend, and an Orthodoxy Enforcer on turn 4 to defend, to make sure that if I don't get a lot of momentum early on, these packs are quite bad for us. If I'm lacking on some momentum early on, that's okay. I can still sort of come out over the top. So every single card here is bad for us. I'm just going to get the Watchful Blister Zawa. We might be a little slower. It's not entirely clear. Maybe we should have gotten the Resistance Skyward in that one time. Not Vanish into Eternity. I don't think it's very good. You know, I'm literally just going to get the Gold Warden's Helm. Because I think that the switch to red... I'll be honest, man. I think the switch to red just requires... Jesus. I was about to say it's a lot for my wee little brain. I'm just gonna say, I don't think you really need a lot of crazy bombs to do well if you have a solid curve. I'd also love the Basilica Shepherd. I'd also love the Basilica Shepherd. I think I'm gonna get the Basilica Shepherd here. I think this is the kind of card that works better than I thought it would before. I think it's fine to have some of these turkeys. Yeah, no, I think I needed to go into red. I think red was the play, but the funny thing is that red might actually just literally still be the play. We are really low on 2-drops. This is a little tricky. It's untapped up, or is it still having issues? I mean, I have it open. It's on. Let me see if there's any weird update things. Yeah, it's on, and it seems to be working. Yeah. Hell yeah, we got slow bad. Alright, I'll go ahead and get the Mandible Justiciar. I think that's fine. This turkey will probably wheel. Unbelievable ossification. Great. Restarted for untapped. You know, let me just quit untapped, and then I'm gonna reopen untapped real fast here. Everyone's so spoiled by their HTML5 delights. No, looks like everything was working great. I really should have seen that red opportunity. So this will probably wheel. Let's go ahead and get the Jawbone Duelist. We're getting a lot of good 2s. Want to run 2 of these. What do we think about this Gleeful Demolition, huh? I think Gleeful Demolition is plausibly better than I think. It's plausible. I'm going to get it because everything that's happening right now is an irredeemable jumble of bizarreness. So I'm just going to keep trying to grab things. That will maybe give us a little bit of a fun opportunity. I mean, I don't even know if this is that good, but I'm going to get it. Oh, there's Basilica Shepherd right there. Oh yeah, let's get this. Oh my god, we got a Blade Graph Aspirant. Nice. So this is kind of what we want. I might actually run these because we don't have a lot of interaction. Oof, this is looking a little weird. Artifacts. So you have like 16 creatures. Okay, it was a bit tough. It was a bit tough. Let me tell you, I saw Malcator and I literally got so aroused. I couldn't see anything else. I couldn't see anything else. I couldn't see anything else. It's like when you have a crush in high school and your teacher's like asking you a question in front of people and you can't even hear the question because your brain is like, I have a crush on Molly, and you're just like, oh, fuck, I'm completely obsessed and thinking about Molly. Yeah, no, it's tough. This is a bizarre looking pile of cards that I'm probably gonna just run no matter what. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. God, we do not have enough 2-drops, man. I miscounted. Shit. Shit. But I mean, I do have planar disruptions and ossifications, so. I mean, I don't really know what else we're changing here. Alright. Alright, Boros, whoopsie. Alright, here we go. Time to put in land. Register my clicks. Who wants to begin a prediction? How many wins will Day 9 get? We're hopping right into it. The important thing is speed. Speed blasting through this. And you know, absolutely, I love you. Now some of you might be wondering what the sort of story to the deck is, because I often do this when I do drafts. Here's the story of how this one's gonna play out. I'm not a storyteller for this one, you know what I mean? These happen to be the cards in the deck. Tell me how you think they'll do. So, generally speaking, in this set, I think something that is nice to observe in this hand is that often, in the last, I'd say, 2 to 3 sets, combat tricks that keep a creature alive and help a creature are getting their costs reduced over time, and single target removal and disablement are getting increased over time. And so I think as a result, if a format such as this one shows up that has a lot of cheap creatures in there, so I think that what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to play this and pass. Forger's not that big of a deal. I just need some stability here. Or Mirrodin. I don't think my opponent will block. If they do, I think I'm okay with that. But I think that when you have a set like this, where there's a lot of cheap creatures and things like this, and a lot of like spread, if you have like 3 cost single target removal, it just backfires more often than it helps. Let me see if I can do this order properly here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the Infested Flesh Cutter first. And get my little Cacophony Scamp down. This is a different card than I thought it was. That's fine. Play this. I thought this was the tap, deals damage over time sort of turkey. It's fine to swing this in. Oh, this is the Staff of Compilation. Okay, yeah. That was a mistakey. That was a mistakey. I just got 2 for 1. Yeah, like, some of these, like, super mythic artifacts, I haven't seen as much. And so my brain melts them with other mythic artifacts. So whapsy doopsy. I actually think this is probably the best play, probably. Because when this dies, deals damage equal to its power to any target. Where do I want to kill this one? It's probably the one that I want to kill. And I can block here and play this and then start chimney rabbling in. Really? Oh, that's actually a huge fucking problem, huh? You need to play this. This is a little awkward, because if you pay 3 life to proliferate, then they gain 2 life, so they still are net losing a life. Still seems okay. Rasmus Rock says, what do you find the most enjoyable about drafts? I think, there's a few things. One is just generally speaking, variety. I like variety. Variety is fun. Also, I think the fact that decks often have 1 or 2 ofs in there. A Cruel Grimnarch. All right, so this does it, right? This is all she wrote. Because if I put this on this turkey, I mean, I think this is all she wrote. I think this is it. Unless villain just drew a removal spell, so there you go. Nice. I think the fact that there's 1 and 2 ofs in there means there is a richness within games. So, and what do I mean by this? I play a lot of Standard, and if you play the same Standard deck again and again and again, there are times in the history of Magic where it has felt kind of like you're doing the same thing every other game or every 3 games. This starting hand is so bad. Oh my god. Honestly, this starting hand, the feeling I have looking at this is the same feeling I have when I like go buy a boba at a store and they're like, do you want to sign up for our frequent boba card? If you get 20 bobas, you'll get the 21st boba free. And I'm like, this doesn't fucking do anything for me. Just give me my boba. You know what I mean? But if you think about it, could be the case that you could wind up in a situation such that you could fucking get out of here. Okay, so I'm not gonna go to 5 because I'm an adult. I'm gonna keep this set of cards because Gleeful Demolition occasionally hits an enemy creature. More often than not, it doesn't do anything. This does look like a loss. Fuck yeah. Check this shit out. Watch this. Watch me. Watch me. Okay. Alright, alright, alright. I'll wait. I'll fucking wait. Dachi50 says best to ever do it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There's no good attack because if I swing with this and it gets double blocked, I only get the Doom Mover. So I'm just going to hit it with the no attack. Lattice Blade Mantis. Now what do I want to do here? Yeah, I think I'm just going to play the Volshock Splitter and just chill. Alright. I can't believe we didn't instantaneously die in this video game. That's actually quite funny. Oh, speaking of instantaneously dead. Ah, damn. Dude, Gleeful Demolition is gonna go the distance here. I mean, that's incroyable. Ah, stupid Gataxian turkey. You mean to tell me I can vanish into eternity this and still have mana open for Free From Flesh and Gleeful Demolition? Oh. Mmm. All right, got him. I mean, this is the line I saw. Is if I attack, there's not really a great block, and we got to in real time confirm we're both right. Wait, the hover effects they're not working? Is this? I will make the point that this is one of the reasons why Apple has so long preached the importance of doing so much stuff first party. Our OS is first party. Our hardware is first party. Software that's written on the OS on our hardware, that's first party. Oh, fuck, it's Jawbones o'clock. Dude, I don't know what's going on here, so I'm going to do this and this. I'm going to play this Jawbone Duelist. And do I want to Gleeful Demolition my Gold Warden's helm? It's a pretty good target for it. We have some Might Makers in this deck, including the Basilica Shepherds. I think I'll probably wait. Yeah, but like, you know, Untapped is a great piece of software. It's great. I think Untapped is cool. Untapped, for you that don't know, is a combination, tracks your cards on your computer, and also allows for an HTML5 overlay that can cover your screen while you're streaming, and that way you, the viewer, can mouse over a card, and it'll detect and it'll display that card as an overlay. Hashtag ad. Skyfisher Lala, first time chatter, is like, anyone likes anything? It's a goddamned ad. No, fuck no, it's not an ad, you fucker. Golly. Golly, golly, golly. It's fucking turkeys, man. I'm gonna pick this off now because I'm starting to feel the sensation that falling behind on the board, especially with the two flappers. There's only one green, so I think that for the same reason that this was a fair attack before, I think it is a fair attack now. Yeah, I mean, honestly, also, I do tend to get a little frustrated. I've chatted before. Somehow Twitch gets weird when you change your name. Oh. Oh, what was your idea before then? What was your idea before? Because here's the thing, Skyfisher Lala, who's apparently a regular here. There's a kind of chatter that comes in who's just like, hi, I'm here. Let me be a dick. Someone who shows up. Day 9. Always making the mistakes. And it's like the first time they've ever said anything. I'm like, ay, these turkeys. May as well do the same thing before. Wait, what did I just do? I meant to tap it in an alternate fashion. So what can you do? Now this is a fair swing. Great. Regulars is allowed to be dicks? Yeah, absolutely. Because this is a 3 to equip? Great. Yeah, like if Brit makes a crack at me? Great. Great. Brit rules. She rules so much, I fucking married her. She's fully goated. Definitely 91 is a pay privilege. Again, I didn't say I hate non-subs and I love subs. I said it's first-time chatters. We have banned and timeouted and smited first-time chatters who are subs just as much as we have with non-subs. Proliferate, proliferate. Now, if Villain is not careful, Villain's dead. Oh yeah, Villain's careful. Villain is not dead. One. Oh, are we trading this shit? Are we trading this shit? Oh, dude. Oh, brilliant. It's great. Proliferation commencing. There. ZC is okay. This is a 3 to equip, 3 to equip. We might actually die to the single proliferation here. So let's see. If I were to swing out, what do we think about that? I think the swing out is pretty good here. It looks pretty good. Volshock Splitter has grown on me in this format. Oh, I can attack with this guy too. Shit. I missed that. That's a big mistake. Come on, I'm gonna get you. All right. It resolves. Stanjoli, I think we needed to pivot to red a lot earlier than we pivoted to. That's the mistake that just keeps running through my head. Picking off the Lattice Blade is fantastic. And I want to note something. We haven't had any bombs. We haven't had any insane plays. We haven't had any moment where we're like, holy shit, I'm crushing this kid. Oh my god. And yet we're very close to winning because I do think that this format is a lot about getting early board presence, early pressure, leveraging combat tricks, over removal, this sort of thing. Oh, Vigilance is the best, or is Villain gonna go for lifelink? Oh, that's good. I needed to swing with this guy last time. This is increasingly looking like the L's. Sure. Totally fine. So, we lose a 2-2 there. We can just re-equip the equipment. I'm gonna load up on this turkey. So my opponent has drawn 7 more cards than we. 7 more. 7 more. Like, my opponent has an absolute killer long-term combo happening right now, with Tainted Observer allowing for multiple proliferations and Izuri giving draws for proliferations. And yet, we're pretty close. It's got lethal on the board right now. How's that? Proliferates on this draws. Oh, this, I had no idea this had Toxic. Yeah, that's what I was missing. That's what I was missing. I had no idea they had Toxic. That's great. So Big Kev mentioned that apparently after MTG updates, it goes into admin-only mode and Untapped loses access to it. So you restart MTG. Maybe that would explain things lately. Maybe. Let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shot. I'm happy to reboot this. Turn this off. Hit MTGA. So we're just doing normal stuff. Normal stuff. Tainted Observer is very good. I think Tainted Observer is okay. I think it's okay. Can do some good stuff, but... You know, you'll be hard-pressed to have me name cards as, like, really good unless they are 2-mana creatures or bombs. And there's a lot of bombs in this. Yeah, I always enjoy the aspect of MTG that includes losing to cards you don't realize have more going on, to be honest. Yeah, I talk about this as often as I can. I think when a lot of people are within their first year or two of playing Magic, and they're starting to learn more about the game, and they're starting to get better at making decisions, and they're starting to get better at, like, seeing the complexity in the board, they'll miss things and feel really bad. Oh my god, I'm so stupid, I missed a thing. Because on one hand, it feels obvious. It's written right there. Like that Tainted Observer when I hovered over. It just says, hey, what up? I have Toxic. This is an unbelievable first hand. Hey, it works. That's great. Great call, Big Kev. Thank you so much. But the thing is, imagine this game, it was really easy to track everything, right? Imagine it was really easy to track absolutely everything going on. Well, then the game would be boring. The game would be boring. The game would be unbelievably, ridiculously boring. Tic-tac-toe gets real boring when you stop being 5. Because you can track everything. And the developers of Magic understand this. And so they just keep adding some complexity, keep adding some stuff, because you need the game to have more than a normal person can track. Holy shit. The game is over. This is the best card in the format, I think. God, this format is just brutal. Jesus. Holy shit. I mean, it's over. First strike, death touch. All right. All right. So we need planar disruption or ossification. We have a couple of those. Could be all right. Could be all right. And this says whenever you deal combat damage to a player, do a bunch of stuff. So this could be a potential way that we can get back in the video game here. Charge of the Mites. It's right there. But yeah, so I feel like people often beat themselves up too much. They're just like, oh, I should have known. I can't believe I missed that detail. Yada, 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 yada. And in reality, I believe firmly... Or Mirrodin. I believe firmly that, like, pros mess stuff up all the time. All great players in this game mess stuff up all the time. So if you're a new player and you're missing things, it's not that you're an idiot and you need to beat yourself up. It's that that's the game, and that's okay. It's totally okay. Kind of like in Counter-Strike, if you try to do a flick shot and you barely miss, and then you get picked off, a lot of times your teammates on comms will go, ah, nice try, man, nice try. Because everyone understands that you miss shots, you know? Alright, Plague. Is Plague Nurse toxic too? Damn, I thought this was toxic 1. Shit. And I mean, for me, when I was younger, I used to like really push myself to try to like, oh my god, I have to memorize and understand everything that's going on, because if I don't, then I'm not worthy of love. You know? Then I'm a complete and total piece of shit! Fantastissimo. How do I want to do this? This actually seems pretty good. This actually seems pretty good. Seems alright. Yeah, when I was younger, I used to just push myself so hard. You gotta remember everything, because what if you look like a fool? Oh my god, what if you look bad? Oh shit, it'll be so embarrassing. Oh my god. And now what I do is I kind of like underdo it, where I'm like, fuck it. Like right now, you know, Plague Nurse, let's say I misread the Toxic, and I thought I had Toxic 1, but it actually has Toxic 2, and it kills me. I'm like, great, let me focus more on volume, where the game presents the information I don't have to me, as opposed to me trying to memorize everything before I go into the game so I don't look dumb. Fucking get out of here. Also, I don't think I'm making it through this wall, so I'm just gonna go ahead and concede. And as I said before, I wanted to get through this draft as fast as possible, because in our last draft, we just hit Platinum 4, so we can't lose any stars at this rank, so I'm content having, like, the 30-minute draft experience where I just get absolutely bear mauled. Let me get some more weirder. Oh, and I'm gonna get a squirt, because I like sugar. Oh, what is this? What is this garbage? What is this doing here? Get out of here. Oh, this is the game. So I think that I'm actually going to send back the Infested Flesh Cutter. Oh, yeah. All right, Glistener Seer. All right. Glistener Seer and cards like it, I think, are better in this format than they initially appear to be. Never didn't have it. Gold Warden time. Oh, this can looks white. You know, let's make it look red. Oh, I'm an idiot. My green screen reporter's here. What do I put it over here? Alright, well, lighting's different. Well, whatever. What can you do? Black Sun's Twilight use, man. Someone fears the Mandible Justiciar, dude. What flavor is Squirt? Squirt is a grapefruit. Just a little bit of grapefruit. Alright. No! Oh my god, Squirt is so good. I like grapefruit. I describe grapefruit as gas. Counterspell! Alright, Blade Graph Aspirin, get it. Hell yeah. I could have had a lot of good red cards, but I was busy trying to support the Glory of Malcator. And as I was saying... Alright. Counterspell! Hit him with the space bar. Yeah. Duck says, I've noticed a lot more 3-color decks. Do you think splashing is more worthwhile now than before? What I would typically do is I would say I'm noticing a lot more 3-color decks. Is that true? What does that mean? Is this statistically unlikely? So, as a sort of microcosm example of what I'm talking about, you'll see me do this often where I'll go, man, I'm drawing a lot of land. Okay, how many cards have I drawn? I've drawn 11 cards, and in 11 cards I've seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow, I'm actually seeing more lands than I normally would. Wow. Wow. And this allows me to go, I'm seeing a lot of lands. And then I look, and then I'm able to go, I'm not actually seeing a lot of lands. I'm seeing a statistically expected amount of lands. Wow, that is completely fine by me. 100%. Am I really going to planar disrupt an Acre synthesizer? So, I mean, I don't necessarily think that I've seen more or less 3-color decks. And furthermore, I don't know if 3-color decks necessarily means anything at all, really. Oh, we've lost. Put on this turkey. Keep commencing Operation Bing Bong. So I think that my short statement is that I don't really have that much of an opinion on the matter. My God, this Malcator's Watcher has me dead in 20. And so now that I'm getting land, my reaction is, yeah. You know, I've drawn one, look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've drawn 8 spells and 6 lands. Seems like literally completely statistically acceptable. So generally speaking, 3-color decks need a little bit more time. All right, I know what I'm disrupting. All right, the game plan continues. Yeah, you can smell the fear from here. I am very worried about the fact that there's a mountain there. I'm hoping it's just the sign of a Hex Gold Slash. But the fact that there's an autonomous furnace in the deck is kind of... yeah, three color decks in draft typically are going to be a little bit slower, take a little bit more time. Hey, I actually have a way to deal with that. It's great. Great news. Scheming Aspirant pretty much has us dead to rights. So we're looking pretty dead. I'll probably get out of here. Otherwise, Sean, I noticed you didn't reference the tap lands at all in this draft. What do you mean? What do you mean? What does it mean? What does it all mean? I mean... Oh, yeah. Yeah, 3 colors tend to take a little bit longer to get there, on average, because it's less likely that you have all the colors of mana that you need, so you will get mana screwed. Burgerwise says, I was just curious. Let me be clear, Burgerwise. I think I just don't know. Oh, you sent another message. There it is. It says, you had opportunities to take tap lands, and you sideboarded instead, or something. Do you mean these ones? I think, like, these kinds of lands are very, they're very, like Fair Basilica. They're very because if you're trying to play on curve, you don't want things that come out tapped. But let me finish this point. As though you're interrupting me. I'm interrupting me. Stop interrupting me, myself. So yeah, I mean, I'm generally, if you have 3 colors, it take a little bit longer to get there. And so as a result, if you have a more aggressive format that's more 2-mana card based instead of 3-mana card based, then it's just harder to have the time to successfully go for 3 colors. So people tend not to go for 3 colors. I'm doing this. I was wondering if splashing is indicative of the set slowing down on average. Yeah, well, the thing is that, like, I would say, is the format slowing down? And I think the answer is I don't see a lot of slowdown. I'm dead as shit, and I'm so happy to be dead. What a relief. You know what? Watch this. I'm going to speed this puppy up. Get me out. 1 and 3, a G and a G. Managed prediction. 0-1's at it. I was feeling pretty bad about this draft, and I'm pleased that my estimation was that this one wasn't going to do well. Hence the name Boros Whoopsie. And I'm always happy to get more confirmed data that my intuition and understanding is